Institute. This is Lori Schaller. I work at National Disability Institute on several projects here, including the Assistive Technology Loan Program and the ABLE National Resource Center. So we'll be talking about those two topics today, and I thank you for joining us. So National Disability Institute is based out of Washington, D.C. For the Assistive Technology Loan Program, we cover New York State and New Jersey, but most of our projects are national in focus, and you're welcome to explore all of these links, and this slide deck will be available for your use following today's presentation. So we have several initiatives here, including the National Disability Institute, the parent organization for all of these initiatives, the ABLE National Resource Center, the NDI Assistive Technology Loan Program. We have a Financial Resilience Center. So, for example, if you're looking for financial education materials for your students, for your customers, feel free to explore those resources. We have information about free tax preparation, and that's specifically for people who have a disability. And of course, others are welcome to have their taxes prepared free with help through the IRS as well. And we understand for employment for people who have a disability, really the focus is on integrated employment within a person's community, and that would be competitive employment. But for many people, employment can mean self-employment. So we also have a small business hub, and there you can see examples of people who have disabilities who have started their own businesses, and there are many supports there for people who wish to do that, start their own business. So we understand that for households that have a member who has a disability, on average, that household each year is spending 29% more of their income for additional expenses associated with that person having a disability. So where do these extra expenses come from? So it could be in many cases for the purchase of assistive technology that a person may need, or for special transportation, or whatever might come up for an individual. So let's explore our information. So knowing that many people, for example, who need assistive technology, like a modified vehicle, I'm meeting people who have great credit scores, like 825, 780, in that range. And yet when they go to buy a vehicle that is modified, or they need to borrow money to have that vehicle made modified, the interest rates usually start at 18% interest. So with our loan program, working with our partnering bank, we are able to offer loans at only 4% interest. So that can save people a lot of money just with one purchase for a modified vehicle. And financial institutions are reluctant to issue loans for these types of purposes, for hearing aids, for assistive technology that might be like recreational equipment or a communication board or whatever a family might need. And again, those loans for hearing aids, like for your parents, those start at 16% interest. It may be 0% interest for an introductory period, but after that time, the interest rate goes up to 16% or higher. And we're seeing that also for vision wear devices. And many people who have a disability, they experience low credit scores related to reduced employment and extensive medical expenses. And many seniors' credit scores decline as they use less credit in the future. Many people, like I said, do not have employment income or income that can be garnished if they're receiving, for example, SSI or SSDI disability benefits. So again, lenders are reluctant to issue a loan in those cases. And we're seeing many financing opportunities for the purchase of assistive technology, ranging from 16 to 30% interest, with terms up to 15 years. So that can really cost an individual a lot of money. So we received funding for this program way back in 2014. That was provided by the U.S. Department of Education's Rehabilitation Services Administration program. And our services include providing referrals, providing webinars. So if you look at our site, you're going to see recorded webinars, for example, on seeing eye and therapy dogs, on telehealth services, emergency preparedness for people who have a disability or have a functional limitation. We have wearable technology such as Axiobionics, spotlighting that. And one of my favorites is WheelPad, and that is an accessible bedroom unit that can be rolled up to someone's home to provide that accessible living arrangement for a family member who maybe suffered a stroke and they don't want to go to a nursing care facility. They want to be close to their home, and that can be set up within 3 days' time to have access to water, electricity, sewer, and then the accessible bathroom and bedroom area. So we partner with Spring Bank. So loan applications come into National Disability Institute. We pre-qualify the loan applications with our loan committee. And then when that person shows me what assistive technology they want to purchase, and we have a purchase order, all the information is relayed to Spring Bank, and they issue and service loans. We buy down the interest rate so that the borrower gets the loan at 4% interest. Very affordable, right? And then we also guarantee these loans that in the event a loan should default, we would compensate Spring Bank. And this helps Spring Bank to have more favorable lending terms. For example, a person who has no credit history, who's maybe age 18 or older, when they get this loan, this could be a credit building opportunity for that person. So there's no requirement that a person has a credit score, for example. But we want to see that that individual or family can afford their monthly expenses, that if they have credit, they're addressing whatever credit concerns they have, and that they can also afford to repay this loan on time each month. And that's working well for everyone because we have a 98% repayment rate. We also offer, and if you go to our website, you can see resource guides specifically around assistive technology. If you have recommendations for more information that should be added, I update that resource guide in January of each year. And the resources are specific to New Jersey and for New York residents. So feel free to take a look. And there are many, for example, grants for assistive technology or other support services listed there. So you're welcome to take a look. So best practices for assistive technology, you know, if this is education related, in many cases, the school district may be responsible for purchasing assistive technology. But sometimes the family wants a backup unit at home, so we can provide a loan for that family to be able to purchase that. In New Jersey, there's DVRS that may make the purchase, or the Commission for the Blind or the Department of Labor if an item is either education related or employment related, that person may need, for example, an ergonomic desk or an ergonomic chair for them to be able to work from home. And then sometimes employers will cover assistive technology that's needed in the workplace. And for people who call, SSI, SSDI beneficiaries, in many cases, they're not aware that they are allowed to work and that there are work supports provided through the Social Security Administration that can help a person to keep their benefits longer or receive even more benefits while they are purchasing items like assistive technology. So I remind people of that. And for like a plan for achieving self-support, that offers a way for a person to save or to receive income to be able to purchase assistive technology. But if they use the NDI Assistive Technology Loan Program too, that also leverages that need for assistive technology, that as that person pays for that each month, they're also developing a good credit history. So when they need something further in the future, like purchasing a home, they have a nice credit score and they can afford to purchase that item at an affordable interest rate. So I provide referrals to people who give me a call. I'm always trying to find a grant or other line of funding to help a person reduce or eliminate their need for a loan. So we explore that together. And on average, people are receiving like 4 or 5 referrals. And I talk about ABLE accounts. So for a person who has had a disability that began before age 26, they are eligible to open an ABLE account. And New Jersey has a terrific ABLE account, as well as New York State and like 46 other states and DC as well. This is a protected savings opportunity for an individual who has a disability. So, for example, ABLE savings up to $100,000 does not count as a countable resource for SSI that usually has a limit that a person can only save $2,000. So in this case, if a person opens an ABLE account online, they can deposit this calendar year $17,000 into that ABLE account. Family and friends can even deposit money directly into that ABLE account. And in that case, it is not countable income. And for those who do work from their employment income, they can deposit extra money if they don't have contributions made, for example, to a retirement account this calendar year. But countable employment income is always countable employment income, even when it's directly deposited into an ABLE account. So ABLE account savings of any amount does not impact eligibility for free application for federal student aid, the FAFSA, does not affect a person's eligibility for HUD, for SNAP or food stamp benefits, for SSDI, or for any type of Medicare or Medicare savings programs, or any type of Medicaid benefit, including Medicaid waiver services. So rather than a person needing to run out and spend down extra money that they have, they can now save in an ABLE account. And as of January 1st, 2026, the ABLE age of eligibility goes up to include individuals who have a disability that began before age 46. And all the person needs to open an ABLE account, it is always opened in the person's name who has the disability, is either a tax filing ID or a Social Security number. So a parent who has a child who is born with a disability can open that ABLE account now for that newborn. A person age 18 who can manage their own monies and benefits can open their own ABLE account in their name at age 18. If there's a representative payee, the representative payee can help that able account owner manage their benefits. And here at National Disability Institute, we're all about people learning how to manage their own money and benefits, and also working to their fullest ability. So like I said, many people are not aware that they are allowed to work even though they receive SSI and or SSDI. So for that individual who has not received SSI or SSDI before age 26, we have a link here on the screen, and the person can print out a disability certification that they take to their doctor and ask that they complete it, indicating that the person has a disability that began before age 26, so that they can open an ABLE account. And that person just holds that on file should the ABLE plan, Social Security Administration, or the IRS ever ask for proof. So like I said, contributions can be made to an ABLE account by family, friends, and employer. If a person has 529 college savings account, now they can roll over up to $17,000 into that ABLE account. And next year that goes up, it's going to increase to $18,000. Many people, their families have already set up a trust or a pool trust for them. Well, it's neat because a trust could deposit monies into an ABLE account that then the person can decide how they wish to spend those monies on qualified disability expenses that are more broad than what a 529 college savings account allows for. And like I said, there's a work incentive for those who have an ABLE account. They're allowed to work, and from their employment earnings this calendar year, they can add up to an additional $13,590 into their ABLE account. So this calendar year, people could have already contributed from all combined sources $30,590. So what can a person spend ABLE account funds on? Assistive technology is number one. Yay! Maybe out-of-pocket education expenses. So like if DVRS says, oh, we can cover these expenses, but not those expenses, those additional expenses, the person could use their ABLE account to purchase or to pay for those expenses. The person can use the ABLE funds for housing and food without reducing their SSI, which is huge, because monies in a trust cannot be used to pay for housing or food. The funds can be used to pay for property taxes, a housing modification, maybe to make a shower accessible or to put in a stair lift or a ramp to the home, transportation, employment training and support, personal support services. So lots of folks have Medicaid, but Medicaid will only approve for a certain number of hours to help a person out in their apartment or their home. So the person can pay for additional support services. And we're meeting many people, they're like in their 70s or 80s. They've had a disability since way before age 26. They did not know about an ABLE account, and because they want more care while they are in a nursing home, for example, or an independent living center facility, they can pay for those services from their ABLE account. And the ABLE account can pay for out-of-pocket healthcare expenses. The person can take disability-related vacation and participate in recreation activities, or maybe specialized education programs that really the person finds helpful for socialization, to learn a skill set that can transfer skills that can then be used in the workplace, for example. It can cover legal fees. It can cover someone's cost to help that person manage their funds. It can cover funeral and burial expenses even. So when a person is either opening an ABLE account or applying for a loan with us, I suggest that they prepare a spending plan. And if you have customers or clients you think would benefit from preparing a spending plan, I can provide a remote presentation walking people through the process of preparing a spending plan so that they can see what their take-home pay or benefits are, where they've chosen to spend their money in a month's time, and maybe how much money is left over at the end of the month that either they can use to apply for an assistive technology loan or to start repaying credit that they haven't been able to repay in the past if it's still owed, or to save regularly within an ABLE account. And what are people using those ABLE account funds for? Well, a lot of SSI recipients were able to purchase homes already with that ABLE account. They have been able to purchase modified vehicles that sell for like $90,000 or $120,000. They've been able to pay for like going for yoga classes or, whatever appeals to them. So this is a game changer for people. And most people who call me either are not aware that they're allowed to work or they've never heard of an ABLE account. So all of the providers on today's call, there are links for flyers for all of this information, and we welcome you to share this information with the families that you provide services to. And regarding free tax preparation, most of us are eligible for free tax preparation. For example, if we earn less than $70,000, we're eligible for free tax preparation. I urge families who get more than a $500 income tax refund at the end of the calendar year to speak with that tax preparer, ask how they can change their withholdings so they have more money each month that they can use to either save or to afford to pay their bills on time each month or to address outstanding credit. Here's a link about the free tax preparation sites. So people can either call 211 or they can go to the IRS website to learn where the closest free tax preparation site is. And during COVID, many of these sites began providing virtual tax preparation services. So information is faxed to that individual. Their taxes are filed and electronically submitted to the IRS, and people can have at least a portion of their income tax refund deposited in their ABLE account. So families ask me, Lori, I need this loan. I didn't know that your loan program existed. How long does this whole process take? Well, once I get a person's loan application, I meet with them, I go over their spending plan with them, I review what is seen on their credit report. We discuss that, come up with strategies. When people tell me they are ready for a summary of their information to go to the loan committee, that information goes to the loan committee, and they're looking to see that the person has money left over the end of the month, they are addressing outstanding credit, and they can afford this loan repayment. And this is working out well for us. The only person who ended up defaulting on their loan, in fact, passed away while they had their loan. But for 3 years, they were more independent. They were able to read their newspaper. They didn't need to rely on family coming home from work to read them the newspaper or to read their medication bottles. They had their own vision device with use of our loan, and they were able to do much more independent things independently, and they said how much it really improved their life. And that's what this loan program is all about. If you'd like to serve on our loan committee, you are welcome to. Your identity is confidential, and there's a link in this slide deck that you can apply to be a loan committee member. So like I said, with our loan at only 4% interest, this is saving families. For example, if they got a $10,000 loan, it's going to save them at least $3,541 to get that loan with us, rather than going to, in many cases, an AT vendor. And even more money would be saved if they used a credit card to make such a purchase. So it's generally within 2 days that a person's loan application, once I receive it, goes into our servicing bank, and 2 more days before the loan is issued to the AT vendor who is selling assistive technology to our loan applicant. So here are the links I talked about, our NDI AT loan flyer, and then there's an ABLE National Resource Center flyer so families can learn about the ABLE accounts and compare ABLE plans to see that really the New Jersey, the New York ABLE plans are great ABLE plans. And like I said, if you'd like to serve on our loan committee, you're more than welcome to. And I don't know, oh, here I see the chat now. Let's see if there's some questions here. Okay. So the ABLE account, depending, this is a great question. So an ABLE account, a person can choose to invest at least a portion of the funds in the ABLE account, and every ABLE investment option is performing differently. So for example, if you go to the New Jersey ABLE website, they will show you performance year to date. So like I said, it's different for every ABLE plan. Can you have an ABLE account when you live in a nursing home? Yes. That's a great opportunity for a person to be able to have family, friends contribute money that is not countable income for that individual, that they can then use to purchase additional services while they are living in a nursing home. And there is no look back period for funds that are deposited into that ABLE account. Yes, and people can check with the AT Act for the state. Naomi put in the link to see different grants available for those who wish to purchase assistive technology. Is the loan program available only in New York or New Jersey? So if you go to our website, National Disability Institute, you go to Financial Wellness, click on the Assistive Technology Loan Program. There is a list of more than 40 programs available across the United States that offer assistive technology loans and referrals, including within the state of Connecticut. And I don't know if Rhode Island has a program. I'll have to look. And so, you know, I'm glad to see people are asking questions. And if you'd like to give me a call today, I'm here until 5, and tomorrow I'll be here from 8 until 5. My direct line is 202-449-9521. And Naomi, thank you so much for putting in the link to the Assistive Technology Loan Program, where people can see, again, our information. And I thank you very much for your time. If you have any more questions, I'm here to answer your questions, and I thank you.